might say that the storm is messing with us. We had howling winds and rain overnight, only to see a break in the morning and then more downpours just before noon.
And all of this rain may put a dent in the drought, but it may be too much too fast. News Channel 3 scene reporter John Palmentary joins us live. And John, this storm caused some damage, didn't it?
Before we show you everything that happened earlier today, take a look over my shoulder right now at just one of the casualties. This is one of two boats that have come ashore with the strong storm surge, obviously anchored offshore and not anchored good enough for the type of violent weather we had. Well, as you've been saying, this is a storm with a mixed personality. This morning we had the howling winds and the driving rain. Then we had sunshine and a break around mid-morning. But boy, did we get a wallop after that come midday with a big storm cell that went through, and that caused a lot of grief. If you weren't around, look at the soaked street drivers had to deal with this afternoon when the very big weather system plowed its way through Goleta, Santa Barbara, and Carpinteria. Some significant street flooding took place, but for the most part, there were no serious accidents like we saw the other day. We did have trees snapping, and some took out power lines on the Santa Barbara east side and over by Hendry's Beach and at the entrance to Hope Ranch. That kept the fire department responding for numerous calls for service, but some people were able to get through even the strongest rain without having a problem.
You just try to prioritize the calls. This one took some priority because there's a residence down the street here that needs 24-hour medical care, so we wanted to make sure that the roadway was open in case that person needed some help.
I'm visiting from New York City, and right now it's about 20 degrees and snowing, so this is nothing. The Californians, it's so funny. You get some rain, and they all freak out. But they need the rain, so everybody should be really happy.
One of the more impressive and spectacular sights has been the Santa Barbara waterfront with big waves crashing over the breakwater wall. That was mostly this morning at high tide and up against Stearns Wharf below the restaurants. The wharf was open, but it was impressive to see from a distance and very risky if you were just too close. That's why they've closed off the breakwater wall. They have signs up and they say stay off of that breakwater wall until they give you the all clear sign, because it's just not worth it. And in the past we have had waves crash up and over into people and throw them into the harbor. We don't want to see any of that tonight. Back here at East Beach, this boat here is now getting into the higher surf, and we'll see if it is able to be salvaged or not, or what will happen to it. We haven't seen anybody in the way of an owner around here since we've been down here. That's the very latest from East Beach at the edge of what's left of this storm. I'm John Palmentary, sending it back up to you.
All right,
you always end up getting one boat ends up on the beach during one of these storms.
And I love the reactions from people from out of state.
Yes, we always freak out. That's right. The